Okie dokie. Let's get this show on the road. Alright. Well, so much for getting up early and getting to the arenas. Yep. Ooh, let's check war. Hmm. Oh. Oh, yeah. Don't think we. Yeah, we did not want to win this, so that's probably why they're taking the boss late. Alright, well. Take a look at that later. Later. But, and I think I'm going to get one more of the current featured 5-star and open that as well. Because, yeah, there are a few new ones here. So we'll hold on to that, and then when it resets in about half an hour, we'll see if there's at least 5 new champions in the new featured, then I'm going to open 10. If there's not, well, maybe 1 or 2. Mr. Headshot, how you doing? How is your Tuesday coming along? Grams. Wow. Well, I suppose in some places, yeah. I would be old enough. But I think maybe more Papa would be more accurate for the age. What are you up to? What you got going down? So I was thinking, like, I wanted to get up somewhat early today, and Chapel Gaming, thank you for the host. How you doing? I want to get up somewhat early today and get started with the arena, and then rounds with the 5-stars. But I woke up at 8. I saw it was 8, and I was like, no, I'm not getting out of bed yet. So I went back to sleep for a bit. But I will get up. Depending on what I end up at today, I will get up early tomorrow. Explored cabin, opened a 6-star crystal, Black Widow, Deadly Origin. Not the best, but can't complain. She's not too bad. You can do some pretty good damage with her. But you need to be intercepting a lot, and you need to be using your light attack for the majority of it. But she can do some pretty good damage. No, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. I am doing okay. I've been up for... out of bed for about an hour. I'm ready to go back and have a nap. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Alright. I got a 6-star Silver Surfer. Not bad. He's not the worst. The only thing with him is I think it's kind of hard to maintain his buffs. But outside of that, yeah, he's not too bad. I'm just seeing that's interesting. The Twitch notification. Well, no. Just the Twitch notification on Discord didn't go out, which is weird. Not too sure why. You going for Strife or Widow? Strife as a 5-star. First round, I was trying to get both of them as 5-stars. I came up short for Strife, and I got Black Widow, but I wanted to see if I could get 2. Which I think the next time. So I think the issue with Strife, he's a good champion. He's a relatively new champion for a lot of people, and he's got at least one really good synergy for Apocalypse. So he's pretty desired. But I underestimated what he would go for, and I think a big part of that was I overestimated. Well, no, because Black Widow went for what I expected, but I think to get Black Widow, like, I don't think many people went for her for any actual use. It was more so just to pick up a new champion or an exclusive champion. Um, but I think if the featured had been a more desired champion, I think Stripe would have gone lower. So I think because the featured champion wasn't a character that too many people really wanted, so that allowed a lot more people to go for Stripe. Okay. I'm watching your stream on mini view and playing at the same time. Gotta love iPhones. That's that iPhone 10, 11 or 12 and up. I know it's only newer ones where you can do that, which is pretty cool. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a new phone in the fall though. I think they should be coming out with the 13, so I'll probably do that. I've had this one for about 3 years. Outside of the game, it's fine, but I'm going to need to replace it eventually anyways, so. But the only real difference I've noticed from when I first got it to now is just the playing the game on it. I think there's definitely issues in the game regardless, but I don't think having an older phone helps at all. It's a 2020 iPhone SE, pretty new. Okay. Yeah, but I think like the ability to have to view multiple apps at the same time, I think that's only with the newer, because it's not an OS thing. I think it's the phone itself. But yeah, that is pretty cool. So how, if you wanted the focus to be on YouTube or on Twitch, do you just like double click the? No, that's not what I want. Do you just double click like the minimized screen, and then that will put that in focus? Like if you want to switch between what the focus is it pretty straightforward? Okay. Wait, I got one. Yeah, I got one new. Just press the full screen button. Okay. So how many apps can you be viewing at once? Is it just two, like one that's full screen and one that's minimized, or could you have several that are minimized? I was thinking a while ago, like I'd get the iPhone 12 or whatever, and then I remember reading somewhere, and I don't really care for the facial recognition. Like I much prefer the home button. And I remember reading somewhere that their new iPhone, they would have the home button back. So I figured I'd wait until that's the case. So if they come out with whatever it is in the fall and the home button isn't back, then I guess I waited for no reason. But as far as I could, like from the little I read about it, the main reason is simply because people, if you're wearing a mask, the facial recognition wasn't really working. So you'd actually have to take the mask off to log in. And so that's why they're bringing back the home button. One minimized and one full screen, but you can also run Spotify. Said, oh, okay. Okay. Although, yeah, because like currently I could run music in the background. Like if I wanted to run, so I could listen to music but be playing the game. Be my meal. Can you join AGTD and see what's up? Seems good, but I no, because that would mean I'd have to leave my current alliance. So I'm not going to leave my current alliance. But if you're interested in the Lions, you could always join them and see what's going down. So we should be able to get roughly 5 million now. We started off at 8. So we should end up roughly around... Oh, wait, did we start at 8? No, we must have started a little bit more. But anyway, we should finish off the stream around 13 million. And with the run tonight... Oh, so you want me to risk the season rewards? I see. Yeah, no, that's not happening. What do you mean season rewards? The war season, it's still off season. The season hasn't started yet. And there is no date for it to start currently. It won't start until they've resolved the issues. Which won't be until after the 3rd of August. And I don't think, because yeah, all they said was that after the 3rd of August, like that's when the new patch will go out. Then after that, they expect to have a hot fix. But they haven't specified a date, so we have no idea. Same thing with Summoner Showdown. We have no idea when that's going to start now, because that's dependent on a fix to the current problems as well. Which I don't really know. There we go. There's a Twitch notification. That's weird. That took, well, let's see here. So that's 10, 32. Okay, so about 11 minutes difference between the YouTube one and the Twitch one. Huh, okay. So I would assume, though, for Summer Pain, they would probably, like, once they apply the patch or the fix and it's working, I would assume they would wasn't paying attention there. They would give at least a week's notice before Summoner Showdown starts. And for Season 28, well, that would just be... So the 3rd is when the patch goes live, the current one. And then the 4th would be the reset of EQ. So it's possible either the 4th or maybe the 11th for war season. Or it's possible that it might be later than that. Anything is possible. Yeah, I think some people may have been waiting to do at least cab difficulty until the issue is resolved. But it's not going to be resolved this patch, so better off well, I mean, you could just forego it altogether and just be like, I'm not going to bother, or go in and do what you can. Oh, okay. I was just expecting the parry to register, so I had already planned my heavy attack. Wishful thinking, I suppose. Berserk, how you doing? How's your Tuesday coming along? So I had wanted to be starting this arena at like 8 or 9 my time, but yeah, that was terrible. But yeah, got started a little bit late. I went to bed pretty late though. I think like at 2 or 3. Supersonic, how you doing? How are things? Man, I'm getting hit by everything this well. Maybe that's not really any different than usual. Yeah, I'm getting hit by everything. Okay, there we go. Just took my Apocalypse to R3 and duped my 6-star Immortal Hulk from the side quest Cavalier Crystals. Nice. Very good. Oh, yeah. I need to do a couple runs through there, actually. And let me take a look. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I'll probably do that once I'm done with the 5 stars, actually. Let me take a look, because I do have one revive that's expiring in a couple hours. I'd much prefer to, even if I were to just let a character die, just to get use out of the revive, because selling it, the gold that you get is not worth it at all. Mr. Joe, how you doing? It's Taco Tuesday. Yes, yes indeed. Sandy, how you doing? What you got going down, Joe? What you got going there? So I opened a featured 5-star yesterday, and I don't remember who I got, but it wasn't. Oh, I think I just rolled over MCOC, who would have been a new champion, which would have been good. I got another featured 5-star of the current run just now, which I'll open when it resets. And so long as there's at least 5 new characters, 5 new 5-stars for my roster, I'll open 10 when it resets. But yeah, if there's not at least 5, probably just open 2 of the new ones. Just put on Suicide, and the side quest isn't very long anymore with Apocalypse, 2 combos at SP1 and everybody dies. Yep. Yeah, he gets through stuff pretty quick, dude. He's fun. He's fun to play. Mm-hmm. And with Strife, I think it increases his burst damage. And it's like 25% up to 300% or something crazy. So, yeah, I really want to try that out. R3 5-star Morning Star. No idea I was gonna go for R3. Actually, my 2 to 3 gem was expiring in 25 minutes, so I had to do Kingpin R2 6-star. Kingpin's not a bad option. Working at the office today, did a lot of arena earlier this morning. Mm-hmm. So there are benefits to working at the office, eh? Nope, still not happening. You know what? So I still think that's a me problem. I don't think that's anything changed about Korg. I think my timing's bad. If we see Korg tomorrow in Summer Pain or next week, then I would think that maybe that was intentional. The changing team was intentional. Because as it is, if Korg is in the Summer Pain, it's going to cost me a ton, because I could not evade his L1 at all. And it used to be not an issue. And really, 1%, eh? I just finished 525, and I'm on the collector quest now. How many units do you recommend? I have no idea. I don't know who you're using. I don't know how good you are. Don't know what rank your characters are, so I have no idea. Yeah, like when I did the Karina challenge with the 3-star Cyclops, it took all of the resources I had. I don't know if I used units, but when I did it, like when it was first out, I don't remember, and I don't even remember who I used. It might have been Starkey at the time. Well, that was a while ago. Come on, it's too early to crash. Oh no, We're at about 23 minutes, so yeah, we could be crashing. I got 5-star Sentry from Grandmaster Crystal, pure luck. Well, a 5-star from a crystal that normally is going to give you 3 stars. Not the 5-star you'd want, but hey. I had no appointment scheduled for today. It's been glorious. Ooh, what do we want to do here? Yeah, let's go with that. I have an R2 6-star Kingpin. He's pretty good, especially with suicides. I had some obese crits with the... That's one way to put it, right? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I figured it was going to crash. I use all 4 stars and they're Corvus, Old Man Logan, Doom, Invisible Woman, and Killmonger. Yeah, I have no idea how much it's going to cost you to get it done, dude. It's completely different for everybody doing the stuff. You know, maybe I should give him a go. Kingpin. I have him as a 6-star, but I never used him for anything. Use him in arena, that's it. Jacob, how you doing? Evening? Well, it's almost afternoon for me. Wait, where are you, Jacob? You must be... yeah, you must be in the UK. Or Western Europe. Ooh. If you have 100,000, just imagine 100,000 battle chips will you spend on large battle chip crystal or smaller ones, those Punisher crystals. Yeah, no, I'll go for 100,000. For the most part, I would usually try to wait to 1 million until I open, and I would go for, this is not going to work out well, is it? I would go for at least the uncollected at 1 million, but probably the Thronebreaker. So the last few that I've opened are the Thronebreaker ones. But if I was and I think for the most part, I'm going to, I opened 2 million 2 weeks ago, 1 million at a time of the Thronebreaker, and I'm going to keep doing that until I've opened 10 million total, just to make a video like of the results of opening 10 million. So outside of that idea, if I was opening 5 to 10 million or more, which, I mean, that takes a long time to save for sure. So it's not something that would happen all the time. I would go for the Thronebreaker ones, but if you're opening smaller amounts, I would do uncollected. If you're looking for units, I wouldn't open the regular ones at all. The regular ones allow you to open more, and so your chances of at least getting some units are greater, but with the uncollected, your chances of getting more units are greater. The only time I opened regular crystals was when I was just trying to compare them to the uncollected, but outside of that, I would always open uncollected. Mr. Icy-ish, how you doing? How's your day coming along? How was the tournament? How'd you make out? You are correct. I am partly from the UK, but live in Denmark now. Okay. Very good. So if you're in Denmark, and the UK is 7 hours ahead of me, so it's 7, it would be about 6. So it's what, 8 or 9 p.m. for you? What are you up to, Mr. Icy? What you got going down? It's basic math. If you want to guarantee yourself units, the regular ones. No. Hang on. Just give me a quick second. Oh, so yeah, okay. A little bit ahead of the UK. Well, I mean, this is why I did I keep track of all of this, was to actually know where I would get the most units from. Okay. There we go. If I need to make that bigger, just let me know. So this top part here, battleship openings, these are the ones that I've done. So there are, and I ended up, so the regular openings were over 3 or 4 months. So there was a bunch of different ones, but I just ended up consolidating it. And so for myself, the overall ratio for opening regular battleships, the amount of units was 0.18%. Well, actually, it's probably better to look at the total totals. So for the regulars, it was 0.18%. For uncollected, it was 0.21. But you can see the total amounts. For the total amount of regular was 7 million. Total amount of uncollected was 23 million. And I haven't opened that many Thronebreakers yet. But so far, Thronebreaker is looking like it's worse than uncollected. But as I open more information, so it'll be a better idea. And then, so that's just from my openings. And then this is information from different YouTube videos. So for the uncollected, for the total amount of YouTube videos that I looked at was 97 million. Collected, it's at 0.2. For the unit ratio, for regular, it's still 0.17 at 15 million battleships. So that's exactly on for what I was opening. And then the Thronebreaker, so far I've only looked up 64 million battleships worth of openings, and it's 0.2. So it's not that the regulars are better unit-wise. But yeah, you'd think that, right? Because you get more, but it doesn't work out that way. And I mean, to each their own. But like, I want units, so I'm going to open uncollected. But until I've done the thing like where I was saying with the 1 million Thronebreaker, and probably after that, I'll go back to only opening uncollected ones. Nah, today is chill day. Probably going to explore today. Oh, are you there currently for the tournament? How long is the tournament? But I made a bad purchase yesterday. I'm trying a new software to edit. I'll be right back. I gotta go export a vid to my iPad. All right, dude. All right. Yeah, so if you're like bad at saving, or you just don't want to save battleships and you just want to open as soon as you've got enough to open, then yeah, you could go regular. But if you're trying to get as many units as possible, I mean, you could do the same thing. As soon as you have enough, open uncollected. But yeah, if you're going to open uncollected, I would suggest saving at least to 1 million and opening 1 million at a time of uncollected. Now, the YouTube videos that I looked at for Thronebreaker, those were all within the first month of Thronebreaker crystals being available. I do need to go and look and see if there are. I know there's, because I have Lord Shadows in the information, which he opened 23 million. And I know there was a couple other openings of Thronebreakers that were relatively large on YouTube, but I didn't record that info. I open 1 million at a time, yeah. Which ones do you usually open, Joe? Uncollected or regular? Solar, what are the ways of earning battleships except Arena? This is a funny question, though. I think you can get battleships from war. Oh, I think it might depend on what bracket you're in, though, as far as war goes. And I think you can get them from, or no, maybe it's only glory. that you can get. I don't remember what crystal it is though, but arena would absolutely be the majority, the bulk of it. Is it AQ? Okay. Thronebreaker, the only way to get that 6-star Punisher? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you're after... Ooh, speaking of which, I mean, the video of it won't be up for a long time because it's going to be part of the 10 million opening. But well, it wasn't the first time I've opened the Thronebreaker crystals. But the other day when I did the 2 million at a million at a time, the first of those two, I got the 5-star Punisher. Okay, loyalty from war, battle chips from AQ. Okay. But there is a crystal... Oh yeah, because you can get loyalty from the war crystals too, right? From the war victor crystals. And I think there's a crystal... No. I know loyalty for sure. But yeah, maybe not battle chips. Yeah, so I think for AQ it depends where you are in AQ though. Because I don't think we get battle chips at all from AQ. Punisher is good. Not really. He could be okay for defense if he's awakened, but if he's not awakened, you wouldn't really want him on defense. Let me see. What am I trying to find here? View rewards. Yeah, okay, so where we are. Now, do you always get loyalty, or is it dependent on... Okay. Yeah, okay, so you're always getting loyalty for war. Okay, let me see for AQ. Yeah, so for AQ, it's depending on the map you run. So up to map 5, you're getting battle chips. Map 6 and 7, you don't get any battle chips. Okay. I think that's across, yeah. So you're not going to get any there. Yeah, okay. Okay. I think it's Versus Crystal? Maybe. Because I know there's one crystal every now and then that I open and I end up getting loyalty. I think the other day I got like a big chunk of it, like 7,000 or something. Welcome back, Mr. Ish. Any rumors about when we'll see more plat pool pieces? I haven't heard anything in quite a while. I don't think they ever, other than when it first came about, I don't think we had any warning. I think they were just there. Like this time with the pieces from the incursion artifacts, like they just showed up. And same thing. I'm not sure about the side quest ones. I don't know if that was already there, like in the info that they put out before it goes live. So I usually don't read that info, which I probably should. But yeah, I didn't know that you were going to be able to get plat pool pieces from the side quest until I was doing the side quest. I would expect the next time we see it might be in the unit store. Might be, yeah, because this one was free from playing the game, so probably unit store or through the sigil. And then after or in between those, we should probably see it from Arena. I'm trying this new editing software. It's so hard to learn. What's it called? Yeah, I should really read more forum info. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's like, why? Why do they even put the info there? Oh. Okay. thinking we'll see at least one in October. Yeah, because they were pretty spread out previously, right? Like from each time we saw them, the first time they were around. And I think the first time it was free. I think it rotated between being free and pay. I'm pretty sure it rotated. It's called Premiere Rush editing on my iPad. Okay. Yeah, I just use iMovie for the video stuff. It's pretty basic. Well, I guess I shouldn't say because I've never used any other video editing stuff, but yeah, there's not a ton you can do in it. But for what I do, it's definitely enough. I think there was a grouping for the first 2-3 months, then nothing for a long. Yeah, that's true. Because I mean, yeah, it was when it first came out that it was kind of hyped, so people were definitely looking to get the pieces. All right, so after this fight, we will take a look and see if the new feature is there. If not, then relog probably, and then we should have it. Yeah, I do want to learn iMovie, so I'll look into that. Yeah, it's pretty basic. Like you can't really even manipulate the text that you use in there. Basically, the text, like you've only got a few certain styles, and the placement of it is pretty limited. So if you want to change where text is placed on your videos, you actually have to make it as a graphic and bring it into the video that way. Okay, let's see. So did it already update? Okay, so we got the old one, and we probably need to relog for the new one. Okay. All right. Apocalypse versus ROL, which soldiers 39 hits. Wow, that's pretty good. So what did you do? You got to your L2? No, you did your L1 then L2, or L2 then L1? Because I've gone between both, but it's probably better to do your L1 first, because then you get the poison up, so you're already kicking him away, as opposed to waiting for your L2 to get your first dot on him. Okay, let's see if we've got the new one yet. Okay, so let's see here. So we got Black Panther, Cable, Captain Marvel, and that would be Brie Larson. Obsidian, Cyclops. Wait, let me see here. There's no. Okay, so Black Panther, Cable, Brie Larson, Obsidian, Blue Cyclops, Ebony Maw, Red Hulk. Okay, so Jabari Panther, that's the first new champion for me. King Groot, Longshot, Mr. Negative, Mordo, Namor, Purgatory, that would be the second new one for me. Rogue, Sentry, Sung-Chi, Silver Centurion, that would be the third. Starkey, the champion, the Overseer, so that would be 4. Thor, Vision, War Machine. Huh. I think War Machine might be an exclusive, so that's only 4 new for me. L1 then L2 for the same reason you said. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't think I'm going to be opening 10 of these. Let me make sure again, though. So blue. Oh, let me just see. So I think 5-star War Machine is yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's see again though. Okay, so Jabari Panther would be 1. Purgatory would be 2. Silver Centurion would be 3. Overseer is 4. And War Machine is 5. Okay. Well, I will open... I don't know if I'll open 10, because there's not many new options. And none of them are that... The new champions would be cool, like the newer to the game. But it'd been cool to see, like, Wolverine or Scarlet Witch. Okay. Also, if you're running a mutant power boost, if you do L1 then L2, your tempo for SP2 spamming is going to be a lot better. Okay. Which one? The one that gives you the power back, or the one that just increases your special damage? Because the one that gives you the power back, it's only on your L2 and L3. I think the increased special damage, I think that's regardless of what special though. So I'm not sure. I am happy with War Machine being in it. I stopped after day 2 of my grind for him. Need that exclusive 5-star. Yeah, fair enough. So we'll probably open 3 on the stream. I'll do the one from the old run, from the old feature run that I just picked up, and then we'll get 2 of the new ones. And yeah, see if we get any new champions. Yeah, the one when you get power back. Okay. The Feature 5-star champ crystal is not in the Black ISO market. I wonder why they pulled it. It could just be delayed in showing up. Also, did you relog? Because like I didn't see the featured 5-star at all until I just relogged now. Parasite, how you doing? I did. I restarted twice. Huh. Advanced congrats for the stripe. Well, no, I'm not going to celebrate early. Because I really thought what I put up first round, I really thought that was going to be enough. I thought I'd be on the bottom end of it, but I thought I had him for sure. But what I'm intending to put up this time, I'm thinking the same thing. Because I'm gonna put up at probably about 10 million more than I did last time. And if he goes for more than 30 million as a 5-star, I don't know, dude. Sarah Estrada, what do you think about the crystal? I'm not impressed. What do you think about it? Is it Sarah or Sarah? So it's not that like there's good champions in there, but I'm just looking for new 5-stars. It's not. It doesn't even matter if they're good or not. I just want more to increase my 5-star roster for arenas. And so there's only well, it's all the new champions really, which I guess it makes sense. And War Machine would be the only non-new to the game, but would be new to my roster. So that would still be good, but because yeah, any 3-star I get is going to go to R3. Yeah, but what is like with an H, and then the other would be dot. I realize it's spelled without the H, but because regardless of spelling, people will still pronounce things a specific way, right? Like, so my name is Aaron, but people will still pronounce it as though it's 1A. Yeast, how you doing? What are you up to? Oh, and don't. No, I'll leave it to you, Parasite, for the sunglasses. You will get striped this time. My inner sense is telling me. Okay, I'm gonna stop right now. Then I'm gonna stop right now, Parasite. Mhm. So are there any? Well, I'll take a look at it again at the featured crystal. But are there any? Oh well, thank you for this subscription, Yes. Are there any champions in that 5-star featured that you guys are really wanting? I think Sung Shi would be pretty good. He's a lot of fun to play. I don't know how useful he'd be for 7-3. There might have been. Well, there was a lane in 7-2 where I think he could have been pretty good. I didn't use him though. But I had him before I did that lane, so I could have used him, but I wasn't that familiar with him at the time. I know that's why I said it. I always find it funny when people tell people to pronounce stuff by writing the word and not how it's pronounced. I want to awaken Shang-Chi. I wouldn't mind getting Jabari Panther too. Okay. Yeah. I don't think there was any... Yeah, there was no new mutant there for me. Oh, actually, War Machine would be good. Because he would go to R3, and I do have extra tech T4CC. Is War Machine a rare champ? Yeah. As a 5-star, is he as a 6-star as well? Because I know I have the 6-star, and I don't remember if I got that from Basic Crystal or a featured. I'm thinking it must have been Basic, because I haven't opened featured 6-stars in a long time. Okay, so that was from a featured. Huh. Okay. I don't know what because I think the last featured 6-star crystal I opened was the one with Ghost Apocalypse CGR. I don't think I've opened any featured 6-stars since then. That was December. Well, started in December, went till February, I think. Yeah, I guess it's fair, because it's weird though, because like I only have less than 175 stars, and I think there's like 200, right? So I guess it makes sense that only like the new champions would be new to my roster, but I was hoping that there'd be more than 5 that would be new. Well, no, I guess part of it too though is I was thinking like the new champions to the game, but also like Wolverine or Scarlet Witch, something like that. Black Bolt was in the last one. He's available as a 6-star all the time, but okay, the 5 stars. Oh, okay. Well, let's have another look at it. Ooh, definitely interested in that. I think I'll save my shards for Hercules. The 5-star is easier to awaken in maxing too. Yeah. I don't have him or Silver Centurion as 5-star champ, so I want both of those. Okay. Yeah, so Black Panther Cable's here. I just did the Cable Arena. Well, that was for the 6-star, so yeah, I already have the 5-star Cable. So Black Panther would be no, Cable no, Captain Marvel. If I didn't have her, yeah, I'd want her for sure. Call Obsidian, no. Blue Cyclops, no. Ma, no. Red Hawk, no. Jabari Panther. Outside of her being new, I don't think I'd really want her. King Groot, well, he's getting a buff, so that could be useful. Namor, Namor could be pretty good. So there are a few good ones in here. Rogue is actually not bad, and she's a good option, good to use for that Karina challenge where you have to fight Crossbones. Sentry would be a definite pass. So I think Sung Shi and maybe Namor would be 2 of the most wanted from this. I don't think the Overseer would be too high on anyone's list use-wise. Same thing for Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, okay. Let me pick up my sunglasses. Rogue is good on some war nodes too, yeah. Sparky. Yeah, the tech Spider-Man. Yeah, he'd be good too. Although we should see him as a 6-star. We should be able to pick him up as a 6-star next month, though. But even so, as a 5-star wouldn't be terrible. I like Overseer as a character, but I already have him awakened. Okay. Yeah, he looks kind of cool, but I don't know. Actually, it's 5 stars. It's not too big of a resource investment. I mean, the T5B, the 2 T5B to R5 somebody, that's a fair bit. But it's more coming down to like ranking 6 stars. Because I don't think you really want to rank a 6-star that you don't see. You don't necessarily have to use them all the time, but at least having a pretty broad use. Which is kind of why I don't regret ranking Domino R3, but there's nobody that would be R3 if I hadn't taken her to R3 though. But I would just have more mutant resources on hand if I hadn't taken her to R3. But yeah, I think she's my only 6-star that I would probably take down a rank if I could. I'd love to be that guy who finds uses for useless champs in the game. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can use pretty much anybody for. It just, if you're using a better option, it just makes things a lot easier. Do that. That composite Hulk is badass. I think Immortal Hulk with the mentality of Joe Fixit and the energy absorbing powers of Red Hulk. Huh. Yeah, there's I kind of like Immortal Hulk. I don't play him that much, and Hulk Ragnarok definitely got his use. Again, it's not somebody you'd be using all the time, but if you've got something with passive damage, he'll do pretty good for it. Yeah, I was really hoping that which is probably kind of unrealistic, but hoping that I would open 10 of these new featured 5 stars and get 3 new characters, but that's not going to happen. And mainly because I'm not going to open 10. If there was Wolverine or Scarlet Witch, somebody that even as a 5-star I would take to R5, I'd be more likely to go for 10 probably. But I want to try to save, which I have not. Every time I get just over 500,000, I end up opening some crystals. I've been trying to get to 1 million 5-star shards, but it's not happening. I think the highest I've been was 625. And then I ended up opening a whole bunch trying to get Apocalypse, which I finally did get him as a 5-star. And then shortly after, I got him as a 6-star. And I think I'm going to be holding on to my 6-stars now until the new 6-star featured is out. And even there, it might depend who, because like we'll know who the new champions are, like new to the game or relatively new to the game. But it's going to kind of depend on who the additional champions are, I think. I mean, I get that Hercules is cool and good and high prestige, but I don't like I'd be okay if I got him, but I'm not seeking him, so I don't know if I would want to use the extra shards for him in particular. But depending on what Spidey 2099 looks like, I might feel like the extra shards for him would be worth it. Actually, I guess what it would come down to for the 6-star feature would be which champions I could get duped. Because if Nick Fury or Ghost, Archangel, if they were in it, then yeah, I would be opening a bunch of featured 6-stars. Yeah, that was a cute little pause at the beginning there. Holy! Well, that's a much longer pause. Or is that just a crash? Oh, no. Oh, okay. So that was not the stream. That was completely the actual game. I'm back to saving 30,000 6-star shards again. I finally have even arena groups. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big reason why I'm not opening 6-stars for a while. Is I'm at even teams, so... Yeah. Which, even for the arena, I'm not going to go for any new 6-star champs from the arena. I'll go for dupes. Like, I'll go for the Angela dupe. Definitely the Omega Red dupe. Super Centurion would be new, but I'm not going to go for him. Odin would be new as a 6-star. I wouldn't go for him. I have him as a 5-star, so actual use I already have. The pre-fights on the 6-star are a little bit more potent than the 5, but I'm okay with the pre-fights up from the 5-star. The only 6-star I would consider going for that I can think of currently is Spider-Man 2099. I don't think I'm going to go for him from the arena. He'll be in the next featured, so if I'm saving, yeah. So, Joe, for your saving the 6-star shards, are you going to wait until the new 6-star featured as well, or just until you get a certain amount of 6-star shards? I've been head over heels for Apocalypse for the last 12 hours since I pulled him, but who are the best horsemen? Oh. Well, that could be a real big discussion. So, like, other than the specific synergies, like the one he has with Wolverine, Archangel, Psylocke, Gambit, I really like Domino as a horseman. Cable is obviously a good one too. The only thing with Wolverine, though, is he's only a 5-star, but even so, those crit bleeds are pretty crazy. Gambit benefits quite a bit. And I think... I can't remember, because some of them, it's just the synergy that they have, and some of them, it's the actual horseman synergy. So like Cable, for example, you don't need to make Cable a horseman to get his benefit. I'm not sure about Archangel, but the one for Archangel, it pauses the duration of the neurotoxin. I think it's every hit on your heavy will pause the neurotoxin, so your neurotoxins end up staying up longer. But I don't remember if that's from being a horseman or just the general synergy. Cable's horseman ability is useless. You don't plan on taking loads of dots on you. Yeah, but Cable, you don't need to make a horseman to get what you want out of him, right? Because for Cable, it's just the stacking the degens, which it's just the synergy. He doesn't need to be a horseman for it. But let me take a look, because I don't remember who gets what. No, Domino is actually quite good as a horseman. I know a lot of people don't like her, but it doesn't change the fact that she's good as a horseman. Okay. Let's see. Cable Incinerate debuffs gain 150% potency. Additionally, heavy attacks now inflict degeneration on each hit, and their stack limit is removed. So Storm. Each hit of a heavy attack into a shocked opponent has 60% chance to inflict an additional shock debuff, dealing 70% of modified attack over 8 seconds. Her Horseman ability, shock effects last 50% longer, and heavy attacks refresh all. Oh, her Horseman ability actually wouldn't be too bad. Pyramid X, after charging her Dormant Prowess, Storm has a 70% chance to trigger a passive prowess for each prowess buff that is already active, each increasing special damage by 15%. Horseman gain 30% critical rating and 20% prowess potency. Ooh, that's actually not too bad at all. I've never liked Domino, one of the most overrated champions. When she first came out, she wasn't dominant like Blade had his time, Scarlet Witch had her time, Ghost and Quake currently. She wasn't like that dominant, but she was really good on defense, and she was pretty good offensively as well. But she's very RNG dependent, so that was one of the things against her. Psylocke basic attacks have a 30% chance to grant side charge. Each side charge grants 5% critical rating. As a horseman, gain 50% critical damage rating and 50% attack rating when striking an opponent at 0 power. Okay. Gambit, each time a kinetic charge is gained, there's a 70% chance to gain an additional one, cooldown 28 seconds. As a horseman, each kinetic charge grants 10% block chance up to a max of 100. Wolverine personal bleeds have a chance based on critical rating to be critical bleeds, dealing damage based on critical damage rating. As a horseman, gain 30% critical rating and 40% critical. So just more damage as a horseman. And Archangel, each hit of a heavy attack into a stunned opponent has a 10% chance to pause all neurotoxins for 3 seconds. And as a horseman, neurotoxin stun duration is increased by 30%. Oh, okay. Okay. So actually, Archangel as a horseman, well, he does get the other benefits. So yeah, so that would be worth it there. But just to increase the stun duration, yeah, just the synergy is adequate actually for him. Okay. So of those ones, probably, well, Wolverine is going to get more damage overall. Gambit, he's going to speed up his charges, and then you've got basically perfect block. So it's not going to do much for his damage. It's going to do a ton for his survivability, though. Yeah, I think it would really kind of depend on who you like to play already. But, because I haven't done much with Gambit as a horseman. I've used Archangel a fair bit as a horseman. I only have a 4-star Wolverine, so I don't use him at all. And I just got Cable as 6-star, so I haven't used him. I think Psylocke might be kind of cool, actually. And then the Storms. Yeah, I don't know. I won't say she's overrated, but compared to the other members, she doesn't have enough on utility to justify only the damage for Domino. Yeah. No, Domino's definitely been surpassed in the mutant class, right? But when you consider when she first came out, that was before Magneto or Colossus had been buffed. That was before you had Apocalypse, Professor X. So at the time, she probably was the... I'm trying to think of who else would have been there when she was out, but she may have been the best mutant when she came out. I have an R2 6-star Psylocke. She slays with the synergy, but if you're running Suicide, she can get a lot from. Okay. Okay. What about Namor and Omega as Horsemen? So they don't get any specific benefit, like as a Horseman. They just get the general one. So in both of their cases, they're going to take no damage from bleed, which is kind of irrelevant for Omega Red. Because he takes 90% less damage from bleed as is. And for Namor, as long as you're hitting the opponent, if you've got high sig, you're not taking that damage. So for the damage reduction from bleed, it doesn't really matter, but then they still get the other benefits like the prowess, the chance at unblockable, unstoppable. So they still get all of that. Namor, I've never tried as a Horseman. And Omega Red... I tried the 5-star. It didn't seem to make a huge difference, but I could see where it could be beneficial, though, for Omega Red to be a Horseman. Oh, wait, I don't know if he's going to be metal. But let me think of who... So when I got Apocalypse, I did 3 or 4 videos of different mutants as Horsemen going up to Captain Marvel. I did X-23, Wolverine, Rogue. I don't know if I did Domino. So maybe it's just those 3. And I actually quite liked it for X-23. For somebody who doesn't have a specific synergy with him, just as a Horseman, I quite like it for her. Rogue didn't really... Then again, Rogue was R4, I think. Although X-23 was... I don't remember if I did it with the 6-star or the 5-star. Omega's damage doesn't come from special, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not going to increase his damage. Because his damage is from the spore damage, which is seems like more often than not currently bugged anyways. Really? Alright. What you doing? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think... I guess it would depend who else you've got on the team. But there would really be no need to have Omega paired with Apocalypse, really. Unless there was somebody else. Oh, maybe if you were running Omega and Sabretooth and you wanted to make Sabretooth a Horseman. Don't know why you would do that, but that would be an option. How about Colossus as a Horseman? So you're not going to get as many of the benefits because the bleed portion would be irrelevant. But you're still going to get the unstoppable, the unblockable, the prowess, or the other the other features of it. Yeah, I know. I know. There's some people that say Gambit benefits the most. But his is just survivability, really. You forgot it's not the game that is bugged or the champions that are bugged. It is only the device that has the problem. Buy you one. Well, I absolutely accept that a new device. I think a new device I will crash less. I don't know about any of the other issues. I would hope that where it does that momentary pause nonsense, I would hope that wouldn't be present with the newer device. From the ability accuracy, his armor might stick more, and his specialist would. Oh, okay, yeah, that could be a possibility. Mr. Relentless, how you doing? What you up to? Gambit's flat jacket already gives him bleed immunity, so I assume his special damage is the only improvement. Well, also that he'll get his charges faster, and then once he's at 10 charges, he's got perfect block basically. So you could be blocking all day. All right, I will be right back. And back I am. Let's see. There we go. Working and lurking as usual. Yeah. My day's going all right. What am I saying? I forgot his OP block. Well, I mean, you're not supposed to block, right? So, hey. Even Solar Wet lurking. Justice for Megaspores. So I've seen, at least in my stream, a couple times where maybe it's you, I don't know, but somebody's suggesting that they think it's intentional and that it's only when he has class advantage. I think if they're intentionally changing champions, they need to disclose that. And I want to know before I'd still do the arena for him. I'd still want him duped, obviously, but I would want to know if that is an actual change before I took him to R3. Because that would be pretty annoying to take somebody to R3 and then realize that they've been changed. Like, so the changes wouldn't have been a lot, but the change would have been significant. Like me not being able to parry is significant. Okay. Oh, wow, that was terrible. I shouldn't have even been able to hit her there, but I'll take it. Oh. Like the ghost nerf they will disclose after a year or so? Are you talking about the one where they changed the, what was it? Was it the Fury? She wasn't, when you were phasing the debuff, she wasn't gaining the Fury? That did not last long. Holy cow. I think that's the fastest I've ever seen something change. Because I think it went into effect after a update. Then people noticed it. It was on the forums. I think within 6 hours it was resolved. I've never seen them deal with something so fast. Even the issue with Corvus and the timing out trick, that took them like a day or 2 days to resolve. But yeah, when they mess with Ghost, which is interesting. Well, no, because I think Omega and Nick Fury have been broken and fixed, broken and fixed, broken and fixed. So I'm having a blast with my 5-star Herc lately. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is. He just does not appeal to me at all. I have no idea why. I mean, I would still try him as a 5-star. Well, I would do the same thing as Sun Shi. I would take him to R3. I would try him out a little bit. And then after that, if I really liked him, then I'd want him as a 6-star. But at least, yeah, because it's like, well, no, because I did open some crystals for Hercules. But it was more so just to stream, not because I wanted him. Whereas when I opened the Sun Shi crystals, like I wanted him to try him. With Hercules, yeah, it's weird. I've been using Hercules to fight Hercules at the side quest, fun stuff. That Immortal Synergy is nice. I have 5-star iHawk only. Okay. Hoping for a 6-star. Yeah, he's fun, iHawk. But my problem is I'm just too, well, like if it's a shorter fight, you can get done with your L2. But for longer fights, I'm just not patient enough to wait for his immortality to come back. So instead, I'll be immortal, but then I get too aggressive and end up dying because of it. Like while I'm waiting for it to come back off cooldown. Go ahead. Look at you, Parasite. Solar Player has collected his sunglasses for the day. I hope you all did the same. The BAM should have hired you, dude. To notify people. You know what, though? Every time I get the sunglasses, it pisses me off. Not that I got them, but just that there's no, like, I mean, I guess I get that there's the little blue glowing nonsense. But if you do any of the other objectives, it still comes up with a red marker. And so it just pisses me off that the sunglasses doesn't. What did I say we were going to get to? Oh, 12. No, 12? Oh, dear. Because we started off at 8. So, yeah, so 12. Okay. So we might end up a little over 12. But that'd be cool when you finish your 10 fights, you get a parasite alert on the bottom of the screen. Yeah, I'd be interested to see when it's all said and done. I'd really like to know by the end of it how many people bought into it. I might in the last 2 weeks or so, but prior to that, no. But yeah, oh, you son of a gun. But yeah, I'd like to know how many people bought into it overall, and how many people waited until the last second. How are you guys setting up for a 6-star Unstoppable Colossus? I am. So I'm actually joining War more than I used to, and I'm trying not to buy the power boosts. But as soon as I have enough, I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to wait until I'm at uneven arena teams. So I'm going to wait until I need 1 6-star, and then I would get them. But if I don't have Cosmic or Tech boosts, and I see they're in the store, I usually pick up 1 or 2, so the saving of the loyalty doesn't come along very well. Although, I mean, for the most part, really, outside of... I mean, you could definitely use them for War, the power boosts, but... and you could use them for incursions, too. The only place I've really used them is in story content. And not even just going for a timed run, but just trying to get through it quickly. Like, there was one path. Who did I use? I used Doom and CGR were the main attackers, and Cosmic Champions, like, I can't remember what the benefit was, but I used it on CGR. I got to my first L2, and I was right back to my next L2, and it was over. So... And I think I got that lane done in about 3 to 5 minutes. But yeah, and I mean, I it's funny, I had never considered it before. And when people would talk about 6-star Unstoppable Colossus, I'm like, I'm not going to bother with that. But then realizing how annoyed I get when I don't have even arena teams, I'm like, okay, he does have a use. If they buffed Unstoppable Colossus, I would. Yeah, because they changed Juggernaut a while back. A little bit, right? Because now when you parry him and he's got an Unstoppable, you get a stagger. I think that was pretty much it, really. And they buffed Colossus, but they never changed Unstoppable Colossus, so I'm pretty sure he's staying the way he is. We're casual with War, so I don't buy boosts mostly. Yeah. I'm at 300,000 right now. Only take me another 18 months to get 1.6 million. Yeah, I think I'm at... I've been around 400 to 450, but now that I'm not buying boosts and I'm doing War more, I think I'm at around 500. I don't see them doing that. If he is good, people can guarantee themselves a good 6-star. Yeah. Loyalty, I usually grab boosts. I'm in the boss. I'm the boss killer in my group, so the pressure for the one shot is on me. I'll go in with 3 to 4 boosts activated. Damn, son. Just get good. Then you don't need boosts. What are you talking about? So yeah, I run boosts all the time. All 10. Yeah, I don't know why I was always buying and using. No, well, so the alliance I'm in now, I've been in here for a few months, and we really don't care about war. But the alliance I was in prior, I was there for about 8 months maybe, and then the alliance prior to that was like 2 years, and the last two, yeah, we tried for war. So I would usually maybe every war I would use at least one war boost. And then I think I kept buying them just out of habit, but yeah, I definitely don't need to anymore, at least for the current alliance. But when 7-3 drops, it's probably going to be, doesn't make any sense for me to go for a Legends run. I don't think I'm going to be successful at it. I think it might just depend whether or not I want to get the content done right away. And then I'd go for a Legends run regardless, just to get it done. In which case, I would be spending loyalty on the tech and cosmic boosts. If the parry bug is still around, I don't know if I'll have an alliance. I might just want to complete some content. I still have 3 paths of the abyss at 6-4 and 5 more Korean challenges to go. What do you mean you don't think you'll have an alliance? As in, like, people would just stop playing, or you wouldn't want to do the alliance part of the game? And if the parry bug is still there, would you want to be doing that stuff with that present? I mean, you did your first path of abyss fine without. I know lots of people that take breaks, or I'll hit up a retirement alliance, save resources. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. Well, but I think maybe not for everybody, but I know for myself in particular. Holy jeez, I'm coming out ahead in AQ. With the resources they've been giving us and what I've been needing to use because of the issues. Like, I don't think for AQ. Oh no, I did lose one champion because of the game problems. But any other and that's like, so of the last 3 weeks, there was only one time where I died and it wasn't my fault. Every other time absolutely was my fault. So yeah, so I'm definitely coming out ahead. And the alliance is coming out ahead as well, at least score-wise. I don't know about resource-wise for everybody. What day did Kabam say our pack of potions and revives would come? They just said sometime this week. I'm expecting it would be after the Summer of Pain boss drops tomorrow. Like, I don't think we'll see it today, because that would allow anybody who hasn't done the current Summer of Pain encounter, it would allow them to use those resources for that, and then for the one tomorrow. So I think it will be after the reset tomorrow. I think Kabam is bleeding players right now because of the game issues. Yeah. I was doing Arena the other day, and I wasn't having any issues. I was just doing Arena. I was watching something on TV, and as usual, I wasn't really paying attention to the TV because of the game. And I was like, you know what? If I wasn't doing Arena, I would just be sitting here and watching TV, which I usually like to have something else. But anyways, I was kind of thinking, okay, so they've said that there should be, if there's going to be a resolution, it won't be until after the 3rd of August. And I just started thinking to myself, well, why don't I just, like, go without an alliance for 2 or 3 weeks, and I wouldn't be doing anything in the game, so I wouldn't need units, so I wouldn't need to do Arena. So I was kind of thinking of just taking a 2 to 3 week break from the game. And then I realized, well, I had nothing better to do with my time, so okay, so I need to use at least that revive. The other revive I can use tomorrow. So I will finish off Arena and probably do 2 runs at Heracles. Heracles. But yeah, I think and I don't know if it really matters what they give as compensation. Like, we've still been having to put up with it this long. But you got, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's timings, which, like they said, could be difficult. It is difficult to pin down. But if just 2 problems are causing them to delay, like, their big international tournament, another war season, giving out compensation, and we know Quebec does not like to give compensation. So if just 2 problems with timing is causing all of this, just imagine when they try to redo masteries or they try to add something brand new to the game. It's not going to be pretty. You know, I don't know. I think if I took a 2 to 3 week break, I don't know if I'd come back to the game. I mean, boss is stun immune, but my path needs to parry, and now the specials are not going off when I throw them. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've had that issue, but I know I've seen other people have it. You know what though? Maybe I've had problems and I just don't realize. I usually think when I screw up, I just think it's my fault. So maybe where I was saying, like, 1 death in 3 weeks in AQ due to the game, maybe it's been all of them. Oh boy. If Kabama wanted to do us the right way, all the revised potions and units we spent, we should get back from the start of the bug until the end. But that's just wishful thinking. Well, no, they definitely wouldn't do that because they are going to take advantage of the problem. So the first set of compensation, we got everything, right? We got AQ resources, usual regular resources. I think we got war resources as well. Then the second set, we got AQ resources. We didn't get regular resources like regular revives and health pots, but they had regular revives and health pots up for sale. It was a really good value. I just thought the timing was terrible. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like this summoner event thing. Maybe they just see the game is dying off, and they're just scrambling to make the last little bit of money that they can. I don't think they're going to turn off the servers, but make as much as they can from the biggest population when they realize that population playing the game is dwindling very quickly. Because I know they've said that we've got 6 more years or whatever, and in 2018 or 2019, was that one of the Comic Cons? Somebody had asked them, and they said they had plans for the game up until 2025, and I took that to mean to 2022 or 2023. But I'm pretty sure, like, for something like this, you're not gonna, if you really believe your product is going to be around for another 5 years, well, you're not going to be honest about that, because at the 4-year mark, well, people will just stop spending money. Because why spend money in something where you're only going to get a limited period of time where that money is useful, right? So them saying up to another 6 years, I'm thinking that's like more like 3, maybe 4. maybe it's 1. I took a 16-month break from the game before. Once I returned back, I was never the same. I used to grind Arena similarly to how you do, but without the spreadsheet. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure if I maybe I don't know if I would play the game like I did when I first started. Like the first 6 months, I didn't know what I was doing, so I wasn't in an alliance. I logged in maybe 3 times a week, and then even when I joined my first alliance, although when I was in my first alliance, I was also moving, so I was not very active at all. I mean, I guess there are alliances where that's just the way it is, right? Like that's what they're there for. So maybe that's what I would look for. But, the game doesn't have to die though. Sucks if Kabam is thinking like that. Well, I really feel that MROC was supposed to be, for Kabam, was supposed to be MCOC's replacement. But I don't think it's going to generate the numbers that MCOC has. I don't know where they would be in comparison currently, but I'm pretty sure MROC would never see the kind of revenues that MCOC has had. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they would do there. I don't know then if they would just keep pushing resources into MROC or come back to this one. If the issues persist into September, will you guys keep playing? Yeah, I would keep playing. I mean, I got nothing better to do. So, but if the issues are still there, well, okay. So this is the reason why I don't spend like I used to, and I'm still a little bit pissed off at myself for spending more on July 4th than I intended, and there was no reason to spend the extra $100 or 100, whatever it was, $125, $100. And it's because I don't like giving them the money when it doesn't seem to make the game. The artwork is still great, the gameplay is still great, but the problems don't seem to be like. It doesn't seem as though any of that money goes into being proactive, like updating their servers, updating the back end side of things. And maybe those things are happening, but you'd think if it did, that they'd want to highlight that. Like when they did their most recent dev diary. Now there was the thing of making the game more responsive, quicker to load, better UI, but there was no mention of upgrading infrastructure, that kind of thing. And maybe they don't need to mention that kind of stuff in a dev diary, but I would still like to know that those are things that they're working on. Having an adverse effect on me. I used to buy the daily cav deal. Nope, not anymore. I feel if I play a bug game, they won't get my money. Yeah. So I used to do the. I never did the sigil. I bought the sigil twice. Once for the plat pool crystals, and I don't remember why I bought it the other time. But the sigil isn't something I do. And then I used to buy the daily unit card. I think I did that for 14 months straight. And then when I stopped spending, I stopped on that too. Now, that all being said, I do still spend for the big things, for July 4th, Cyber Weekend, and now spring cleaning. This past July, I went into it with no limitations. I would have been fine spending whatever. But after seeing the deals, only a treasure and a briefcase were worth it. And then the Sunday night, I bought 2 more treasures. And I really didn't need to. Yeah, so even if this current issue is resolved, which I think it has to be in August, I don't know if I would be spending anything for Cyber Weekend, because I realize it's going to be I already know it's going to be the same thing. Give them money, but then the game still has its issues, and I'm okay with a Omega Red bug or a Nick Fury bug or whatever. I'm okay with that. Because those things happen. I think we should be told that it's an issue or it's intentional, whatever. But I don't think I'm that okay with these overarching game problems. Because last year we had like a week outage of the game. I think there was like a day. No, I think it was like maybe 16 hours where you just could not log into the game. And that was when you would do a fight, you'd finish the fight, and then it would reset as though you had never done it. And so they canceled the war season because it was happening in war. So a year later, it's a different issue. We're able to log into the game, but it's still problematic. I've never been affected by the parry bug yet, and I'm not done with the game yet, but I understand if a lot of people give up on it. Yeah, and the thing is, too, I mean, the game is 6 years old, right? So eventually people are looking for something new. And you can't really blame people for that. I think that's just the nature of the beast. MCOC was a flop, so they should focus on their cash cow, MCOC. From when did MCOC work without bugs and issues? So prior to... So the last year has been really bad. It's been really consistent with the issues. Prior to that, the worst was that summer where people's phones were overheating. But that got resolved, so that was only like a couple month issue. Prior to the overheating, it was more sporadic with issues here and there. But yeah, the last year, it's been very consistent with the crashing. And even people with newer than mine, they're not crashing as often as I do, which I think that's fair. But they are still crashing. But yeah, now the thing is too, I think the game has become more complex than it was 4 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever, right? And so that's where I was saying about I don't think they've been updating their infrastructure, like their servers, their all of that kind of stuff. And I think what's been happening is they're putting more advanced requirements on the same old infrastructure. And eventually that is going to cause problems. Now, I don't think that is what's causing this specific parry and dex issue, but the overall, like the crashing, the momentary pauses, that kind of stuff, I think that is attributed to old hardware. Maybe pre 12.0, not sure. No, even after 12, because 12.0 was not like, it wasn't a problem. What happened with 12.0 was completely intended, but people just didn't like those changes. Which, yeah, I think that was shitty. Now Kabam has 3 big events with the addition of the spring cleaning sales. I think we'll see a 4th to round out all of the seasons for Christmas. Okay, because that's the only one I could think of. But at Christmas they have something. It's not a big one, but maybe. Well, maybe, because if they're trying to catch up on money that's been lost. But I think they're going the wrong route. Like, I think rather than making us pay for things or giving us more things to buy, I think what they need to do is give us a reason to want to spend. I don't know if they're doing that. But the thing is, too, for we also have to blame ourselves, the customers, right? Because as long as we continue to spend money on a broken product, then why do they need to fix it? Because they're still making money off of it. Still had errors with network those days, yeah. But Kabam was so good that they used to compensate even if the game was not up for 10 minutes. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. So that's our fault, right? Because the game has been problematic. We still spend money. And then they realize, well, we don't need to compensate them. They're going to spend money anyways. So we do have to take some responsibility for it. Because I think, yeah, if a company can get away with it, then of course, why not? Ooh. Oh. Sometimes fighting Daredevil is fine, and other times it's just like, what am I doing? I should have just quit out of this fight. Okay. Yes, Kabam used to be so generous with compensation. I wonder why they are so stingy and shady now. The sunglasses thing really was a shame when people miss one day of not collecting. Yeah. From 27.0, the major issue started and still going on. Kabam even made rank down tickets non-existent now, which, in my opinion, I would have at least liked to see us get one ticket once per year. So the reason for the rank down tickets, though, was because they had committed fraud, and they were trying to avoid lawsuits. More like Halloween. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could see something for Halloween. Because that is something they don't take advantage of for sure. So why I'm saying the thing about fraud, because what they had done, they had sold, I don't know, it wasn't rank up, it was Awakening Gems, resources to rank champions. And you picked the class. So for the most part, people were gonna pick Mystic for Scarlet Witch, or Cosmic for Thor, Mutant for Wolverine. The OP champions at the time, there was probably about 6 to 12 champions, and so they had that offer in like March, I think, and then April or May is when 12.0 came out, and they completely changed. They didn't change them. They reduced the effectiveness of all of those champions, the champions that people would have targeted for those offers. And yeah, that was pretty shitty. Rar, how you doing? How you doing? Which is why they have changed champions since, but they've never done it to that scale. They've never changed, a whole bunch of champions. Also, what they did, they changed the block, the amount of, I don't know if it was a block proficiency or block damage, but what was happening was you would take a block and you would lose like about 10% of your health. Yeah, it was ridiculous. And it took them. So what happened was they posted the information about what was going to change, and people were angry about it and said, "Don't do it. It's not going to work out well." And of course, they went ahead and did it, and yeah, they got a ton of backlash. And I think there was a bunch of complaints to Disney as well. And I don't know if it's true, but apparently there was some. They were threatened with having the licensing pulled or something like that, but I don't know if that's true. But yeah, I don't think in anything you can go and make such sweeping changes to a product and not expect some kind of backlash. I'm not sure how much you remembered 12.0, but all the top dons was the only ones used, unlike today where we have a ton of diversity. They even knew Cap's block proficiency so much that his block proficiency was worse than MODOK or Color City. And yeah. But it was funny too, because it seems in a lot of cases, when they do something that is really unpopular, they don't acknowledge it until, and it doesn't matter how much the community complains, it's not until like one individual gets involved. Like the issues with the original 7.1 beta, it wasn't until Seaton made a video, and there was, at the time, there was like 20 plus pages of people complaining, saying like, this was ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. And then Seaton made his video, and then I think it was like within a day or two, they started backtracking and like, okay, yeah, we're going to go back to the drawing board. And it was similar with 12.0. They dropped 12.0. People started complaining the day it went live. And I think it was like the Friday or no, it might have been the Monday when they were like, yeah, we realized what we did was wrong, blah, blah. Or not wrong, but wasn't a good idea or whatever. And yeah, I don't remember who the name Bill Rosen or Roseman comes to mind. I have no idea who that is, but yeah, there was people saying that whoever that was had gone and had a conversation with the executives at Kabam, and it was after that where they came back with the rank down tickets, and they didn't revert any of the champions, but they did do the rank down tickets. So the rank down tickets was basically so that people could recoup the resources that they had just spent to rank up those champions. Because they definitely weren't going to refund money. Yeah, I'd only been playing the game for maybe a year at the time. It's funny too because there were a few people that were like, "No, I like this change," and blah blah, which is fine. I mean, they probably did, but like obviously something went wrong when the company had to backtrack to the extent they did. It does suck that they only make a move when they hear one guy who happens to be popular talk when there is literally an entire community who can delve in more and with different factorable prospects. Yeah. Well, so with Seaton though, I think it went hand in hand. I think because they had so much backlash, and then you also had that. Like I think if there hadn't been so much complaint about the changes or about what 7.1 was looking like, if there hadn't been all the complaints and he had just gone and made his video, I don't know if it would have been that big of a deal. But I think with the two of them together, I think that's kind of what really kind of like what would just happen with the sunglasses thing, right? Like people were complaining about the no grace period for a couple days. They didn't change anything, and then BG made his video, and then the next day they changed it. So I don't think it was just BG. I think it was because it was a combination. So like when you have one of your spokespeople for the game that starts complaining about it, and the rest of your community is complaining about it, I think yeah, you have to take notice. Actually, that all being said, the way the arenas originally were changed, that is one time where they backtracked without any one person speaking up. Because there was a lot of people bad mouthing the arena, the initial arena changes. And I think overall what we've got now for arena is pretty good. I don't like for myself, I don't like the summoner trial grind for the units, but I do like how they put the majority of units there because it makes it accessible for everybody. So I do like that. I'm glad Seaton has spoken up so much. He's pro player for sure, but with him on other games, he's not really there too much to be the voice of the people, nor should he be. Like, I mean, that is not his responsibility. And it's not for the CCP either, because the CCP is free marketing for Kabam. So, I mean, that's not how they're gonna portray it, obviously, but yeah, I think fair enough. I mean, he's played this game from the get-go, right? So, it's got to be boring. And at this point, like, why would he play it? Any champion he wants, he's got or can get, except Doom. So, yeah, I think that would remove a big appeal of playing the game. right? If basically any champion you want, you buy, then what's the incentive to continue to play? Because like you said, he's playing other games, so that kind of challenge he's getting in other from other games. So I think either if they introduce 7 stars or relics or strikers, if they make some substantial change to the game, I think we're going to see a lot of people leave. Not because it's going to be a bad thing, but just because a lot of people will look at it as, okay, this is a different game now than what I've been playing. Or it's just a rehash of, you know, you collect 4 stars, you collect 5 stars, now 7 stars. Okay, I'm done collecting, right? And I don't know if when that kind of change comes in, I don't know if they'll have an influx of new people to replace those who leave. I was okay with the arena changes, but I do like what they landed on instead. Yeah, same here. I was okay for the most part as well, but I knew I was not going to be able to keep up getting the 5% from both the featured and basic arena, which actually I'm still not, because now I only go for the top 5% from the featured, and I'm settling at the 6 to 10% for the basic. CCP is voice of Kabam, scripted. Sorry, no offense to anyone. No, but I think I don't know about scripted, but it is absolutely a marketing arm. F Doom, he has duped 6-star Hercules. True, I feel bad for the people in the CCP sometimes. I feel like they want to say things, but have to tiptoe around issues so they won't lose their status. Yeah, but that's their choice, right? Because they could, one of two things. They could speak their mind with that risk, or they could leave and just say what they want, or not join. And I mean, I think that's a fair... So they're not like directly working for Kabam because they're not compensated. They are compensated as in access to information, which allows their videos to be more accurate and earlier. The information they can release earlier than anyone else. Although KT1 has been pretty good with, as soon as new information is out, he has it on his channel pretty quick. Which for somebody not in the CCP, I think that's pretty impressive. But yeah. But I mean, it's no different than any other company, right? You're not going to have spokesmen for your company speaking bad about it. Sorry, left. I was biking back from my practice and I had no reception. How's it going? It's going all right. How was your practice? I believe if the CCP didn't exist, I think would have been a lot different. Unfortunately, they have to hold their tongue back. Yeah. I think Katie Candy might be the most, not necessarily outspoken, but the most true to themselves member in there. Because she has definitely said negative things when she thinks negative things about it. But I'm grateful for some CCP members when people are upset to be positive, to say Kabam will fix it. But there's always so much Kabam could slack on before their credibility gets ruined. For the CCP credibility or Kabam's? Mm-hmm. So the CCP thing, though, right? Like, if you have a bunch of people who are putting out information about your game, and it's all positive, when people who don't play the game see that, well, they only think positive of the game. If you were to watch ILAC or Prof Off, who aren't in the CCP, who will say both positive or negative, because that's what they feel, I think it's a much better representation of the game. Because like anything, there's going to be bad and good. And there was somebody the other day in chat that was saying that, you know, they've been watching videos of the game and thinking about to get into it. And I said, like, well, I wouldn't get into it right now. But I think anybody who's been playing it, yeah, you could definitely take a break, or you could just, you know, you because the thing is too, if you were to start playing the game right now, you would know no better than the issues that are here, which I think would turn somebody off from playing the game. I really feel for Lord Shadow when people in chat put him in position asking about the champ information. Yeah, I think, in some cases, people might just not realize that, you know, they're not able to talk about it until it's supposed to be public information, which he usually does specify. Both, if you think about it. But I was talking about the CCP person saying it'll be fixed soon. A month later, no fix makes them look bad. Yeah. Well, like I said, they have to be on the positive side, right? Because if they were, oh, why is Kabam dragging their feet? They're doing blah, blah, blah. Yeah. As a spokesperson for the company, that would not look good. And then, and you couldn't blame Kabam if they didn't want them in the CCP if that's the way they were talking, right? Okay. Monsieur Man Falcon, how you doing? How is your Tuesday coming along in New Zealand? One thing I don't get, and I mentioned this in the stream yesterday too, all of the praise that Kabam was getting because of them giving us information in regards to the fixing of the issue. I'm like, why are we praising that? That's should be automatic. Like, you've got a problem with your product product is not performing properly, you absolutely tell your customer base, you know, that you're working on it. Here's, you know, we don't have a definite time frame. Like, that's what any company does. But all of the people, oh, that's so great, they're communicating, they're transparent. I'm like, no, that's standard practice for any business. Oh boy. It's all good. Just up too early for mop up in AQ. My BG is getting slack. Yeah, dude, I think everybody's getting slack in this game. One, people are just tired of the game, and two, people just don't want to bother with the issues in the game, which, yeah, I can't blame them for either. Can't blame them. I just got my CGR to rank 2, but I'm so low on gold now, I have less than 20,000. That happens. Yep. Yeah. You know, I just realized I've been going pretty much this whole time without my headphones on. Oh, Parasite, I think you were the one earlier who'd said about the not being able to throw specials when you're trying. KT1 has a video about it. I'll link it in a second. So I don't think I've noticed that, mainly because in Arena I don't use specials too much, and that's where most of my time is. Well, I do use my L2 in AQ. Okay. And I don't think I haven't noticed missing that yet. You saw the video? Okay. Yeah, I was just quickly looking at the YouTubes and I just saw that come up. Actually, I should take a look and see if they've addressed anything. So I wonder if that's been there all along, like since this current update, or if that has just come about. Hmm. So no, nothing on the forums about that in particular. Okay. Looks like there's some people complaining about the current 5-star feature. Oh yeah, so there's a post there about the Joe, I think you should see the 5-star feature in the Black ISO market now. Looks like that's been resolved. Okay. Right. Man, it's taking me a lot longer to get through my 5 stars than I expected. Although it could just be that I'm talking too much. There's one more issue which has to be addressed yet. Our champions, like they have their own brains dash in at the middle of the opponent's special attack and get smacked in the face. If there's no input from us, like holding block or doing dex. Yeah, that actually I was going to mention that because that happened a couple fights ago, where I was using Killmonger and he just ran in like really quick. The one that annoys me, which I think that's just my timing, is where I go to Dex and I block instead. That annoys me. So do you think there's people or many people missing out on the current monthly EQ due to the problems with the game? Okay, let me see something here. Okay. Wait. I'm not looking forward to it, but I know I'm gonna have to get up somewhat early tomorrow, so I can get 3 runs in of the 5 stars. That is not going to be a fun time. I do not like waking up early. And just for a synergy, my lord. It's not even to use a champion. My alliance mates, some of them skipped the content this month. Okay. Yeah, I suppose, like, if you're not close to forming something, whether it be a 6-star crystal or T5B, there'd be less incentive. But if you're really close, yeah, you'd probably be pushing it, which kind of sucks. We stopped playing War, just doing AQ. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're just running one BG of War. And even then, even then, we're not filling up that BG. Okay, so I want to run Punisher and Black Widow just to get them in there, but I just have to make sure I've got them paired with higher ranked champions. It's in the store now? Yeah. Very good. Boy, my 6-stars aren't going to be off cooldown until late tonight, because after this, I'm going to take an hour break or so from the game and then get into running the 6-stars, so oof. Maybe I'll just run them once today. It's going to be good to get back to just doing milestones after this champion grind. So, and you get from the Black ISO market, you can open a featured 5-star every 2 weeks at the reduced price, or is it every week? Can't force anyone to use resources for the off-season war, and we are losing prestige points for defeat, so no war till the next update or till the bug. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, I think as it is currently, season 28, there is no start date. Yeah, I think both season 28 and the Summoner Showdown, it's not until after the issue is resolved. So it's kind of funny because they had said there won't be any delays to content, but I think a new war season or a Summoner Showdown, that is absolutely a delay to content. 14 days reset time for the featured? Okay. So the 5-star is 11,000 and the 6-star from the Black ISO market is 13,000, right? Oh, I should just quit out of this fight. It's going to take a long freaking time. Damn, I feel like I'm fighting Star-Lord in LOL. No, it's not that bad, but damn. I'm going to actually get to use an L3 in an arena fight. That like never happens. They have announced war on August 4th. Okay. That's crazy. Mr. Redwood, how you doing? How you doing? Let me just take a look and see. So for their season 28 start. Is that new? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, let me bring up their last thing on the forums in regards to it. Wrong thing. No. Okay, blow that up a little bit. Recently, finding a solution. We're going to continue to work on a fix to ensure we can deliver. We want to let all of our players know that we are aiming to get a fix for this issue out with a hot fix to version 32.1 that will be available after August 3rd. Delay of Summoner Showdown, as we want to ensure that everybody can play to the best of their abilities. We'll be delaying the start of Summoner Showdown until after the hot fix is available. While we're eager to start this year's showdown, we do not believe that we should. Okay, compensation and other content. We do not anticipate having to delay any other content, though we will not start the next season of Alliance Wars until a fix is available. So then, did they post somewhere else in regard about the 4th for war? We truly appreciate your patience, and we work blah blah blah. Okay. Kind of shaking my head about this new feature that came out. Yeah. I think I would say if there was at least 5 champions who would be new for me, I would open 10. There are 5 that would be new, but I'm not going to open 10. Yeah, because War Machine would still be new, and that's all I'm looking for. But yeah, there's nobody there. Well, I mean, all I want is just new 5-stars. I don't care if they're good or not. I would like the opportunity to get somebody that would be interesting, like that I would want to play at R3, and there's nobody there. So I will continue on my journey to a million 5-star shards. But right, I am going to open the 1 of the old feature that I have and 2 of the new feature before the stream starts, which will be in a couple minutes after. Oh, I hate using Airlocker. He's just so slow. At least when I could get to his L3, which is kind of cool, it'd make it worthwhile, but not in arena. Let's see here. About to get the 6 stars. About to get the 6 stars in. Got a late star. Okay. So true, they'll dash in and out. I think they have mentioned at the time of the new updates on the nodes. Oh, okay. So I guess it depends which post came first. The one regarding the issues, or the one, let's see, or the one about war. Okay, I don't see one about. That's one thing I really don't like about their forum stuff, is it is so unorganized and hard to navigate, like to find information. So parry bug, dex bug, specials not being thrown when the button is pressed, bug random dash bug. Not to mention that champions are bugged like Omega Red. Yeah, but so I think some of the things, though, they've been promised for a long time. They've just never been addressed, and so now it's kind of all coming together and making it look worse. No, it looks pretty bad. I was gonna say making it look worse than it is, but no, it's pretty bad. I just don't like that it feels like they keep on recycling the same champs exclusives mainly into the future. Yeah, but then the exclusives that people want, like Wolverine and Scarlet Witch, they don't put in there. Yeah. It's like we wait and wait, and when it comes out, it's nothing but a lackluster pool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess no. There are a few good ones. Like of the new champions, Sung Shi would be cool. Jabari Panther would be cool. Namor, obviously he's not a new champion, but if you don't have him, he'd be a good pull as a 5-star. But yeah, there's nobody in there really that you're like, oh, I can't wait to get them. Is it normal with Apocalypse that when I finish with the medium and then go into a special, I get the 2 debuffs, or is that normal and I misread his abilities? So yeah, like if you end on a medium, you're supposed to, depending on which special. But I think the medium with the L1 is the poison, but then you also get the weakness, and I don't think you're supposed to get both, but I'm not sure. And I don't know if it's consistent. Okay. Exactly, that's what really irks me. They know people want those 2 as exclusives, yet they don't do anything about it. Yeah, because they want to decrease the opportunities for that and have those as in crystals that you pay. So, well, we might see them in the next Incursions reset. Oh, okay. I totally dashed back, but he's just stood there. That is one of the few times where I could say I got hit because of the game. I mean, it probably happens often, but one of the few times where I absolutely know it was because of the game. The most exclusive champion in the new featured is Cyclops Blue. Definitely need to open the crystal, get him. If you have class advantage, it puts 2 on. Oh, okay. Okay. Right, which is why he would do that for Winter Soldier, which is where I would use him the most. Okay. Aaron C., how you doing? How's your day coming along? It's a shame I have an R3 6-star. And didn't even know that? Yeah, but you only just got him and took him to R3. I've had him at R3 for probably 3 months, and I didn't know that. Medium ending combos puts poison, I think, if I'm not wrong, and class advantage gives a sec. Yeah, so medium ending on the L1 is poison. Medium ending on the L2 is degen. I found out in RL I was like, Winter Soldier's getting 2, but okay. Okay, so are we done? No, we still got... Yeah, we'll run these 2 at the 4-star. Okay, sir. So we'll do that and that. So all I want from... So I'm just going to open 3 features, and all I want from any of them, I don't care if it's a good or bad champion, I just want somebody new. That's it. That is all I want. Ruh-roh. I better get him down pretty quick. Ooh. Nope. I'm gonna die before I get him down. Yeah. Oh, snap. I did not expect that. I totally thought I was gonna die. Okay. So I ended up at so that was 5 million because I think I started at around 8 or just a little over 8. So after my run tonight, we'll be at 18. Okay, cool. So let's go and see what we get from these 2 featured 5-star. Well, 3. Yeah, let me relog because if I don't, I'll be opening it and it'll probably crash. Okay. Okay. Very good. So I'll go and buy the 2 5-star. Ooh, Purgatory wouldn't be bad, just because of I think she's kind of cool with the animations. There's 1, and there's 2. All right, so I'm just going to switch over the screen to the full screen. So yeah, any new 5-star is all I'm looking for. I don't want any dupes. So this is the old featured 5-star. So that'd be quite something if we got Strife out of here. I'd probably finish the arena to get him duped. Okay. Oh, right next to Human Torch. Okay. Well, 0 for 3. Or 0 for 1, I suppose, because we only opened 1 so far. Let's try the next 2. Alright. So again, anybody new? Here we go. I don't think I'm going to open any more of this feature. All I'm going to keep getting is dupes on champs I have and don't use. Yeah. Damn, I'm not even seeing... Oh, come on. Oh. I mean, it's a good champion for sure, but I've got him as a 5-star. I've got him as a R3 6-star, so... okay. One more chance at a new champion. Come on now. Apocalypse support genetic mutation will add both debuffs or if he's fighting a mutant champion. Oh, actually, Mr. Negative, I already have him too. Ah, crap. That's just a ton of tech ISO. Well, so much for that. So much for that. Oh, well. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Anyways, that is it for me, but let's head on out with... So I head on out with a raid over to Mr. Lord Shadow. The hashtag, as usual, flare it up, and there is his URL. He is currently working on Act 6.4 Exploration. So yeah, go head on over there, hit the like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to him. And if you're not subscribed to Lord Shadow, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? But anyways, that is it for me. Thanks for coming hanging out, and I will catch you guys later. Take care.